And early voters are heading to the polls today in 3 states. Polls open today in Minnesota, South Dakota, and Virginia. ABC's Jay O'Brien joins me now from Arlington for more. Jay, what are you hearing from lawmakers there?
Well, Diane, we're standing at a polling place in Arlington, Virginia, where Democrats are throwing what they say is a block party to try to get out the vote, capitalize on the enthusiasm they say exists with the Harris-Walz campaign. And to talk about that, I do want to bring in Virginia Senator Tim Kaine, who just spoke at the stage a little bit ago to some of these voters here. A lot of people lining up to vote here, a lot of Democrats here. Do you believe this enthusiasm would have existed just about a month or so ago if there was a different name at the top of the ticket, if it was President Biden?
Jay, the upsurge in enthusiasm since Kamala became the nominee has been notable all over the state. I'm on the ballot this year, too, so I'm traveling everywhere. I see it in Arlington, but I see it in Appomattox and Amherst and Accomack, too. There's an upsurge in energy, voter registration, volunteerism, low-dollar donors, and I think at events here in Arlington and at an event later today in Manassas, we're going to see big crowds of people who are excited to start casting a vote and making some history.
As she starts to edge out Trump in a few national polls and in some swing states, while it's a very close race, are you concerned that some of that sets in and there is an apathy that starts to take effect with Democrats and some of that enthusiasm burns out?
I am not. I think there was some of that in 2016 when I was on the ticket with Hillary.
Exactly what I was thinking.
After 8 years of President Obama, a lot of Democrats were feeling good. They weren't maybe feeling as hungry that they needed to get out and win. We learned a lesson from that, and I think the energy is very palpable. And frankly, while some polls might look good, I think this race is still going to be a very close one. She's going to be a very close one.
She's still running behind Trump on issues like the economy, like immigration. Why is she behind Trump on those issues? Why are voters trusting Trump more, in theory, on those issues?
So on the economy is the issue that matters the most to the most people. And what we saw is that Biden had a huge deficit to Trump on the economy. Harris is closing that gap dramatically. The recent polls that I've seen on the economy have her very close to Trump on the economy. And the reason why is it? Unemployment is low, your 401k is up, we're building again, we're manufacturing again. There's problems and challenges, there always will be. The Fed's going to cut interest rates, that will help even more with inflation. I think the American economy is the strongest in the world, and she has been able to sort of put that together, as well as talking about future plans, how to deal with housing costs, how to help people with prescription drug costs, tax relief for small businesses, not the big guys. Those kinds of economic plans I do think resonate with people.
Quickly, Senator, before we let you go, I do want to have you respond. Some of your colleagues in Congress and the House of Representatives specifically have accused Democrats of perpetuating a certain rhetoric about former President Trump and saying that he's a threat to democracy and things of that nature, and accusing Democrats of creating an environment that may have led to those assassination attempts of the former president. Does Mike Johnson have a point when he says something like that?
That's a desperate lie to make that up. I mean, first, look at the identities of these two deranged individuals who carried out these attacks. And second, Donald Trump inspired an attack on the Capitol on January 6th. And the Republicans might want us to stop talking about that and what that means, but it's a fact. I run into people all the time on the Republican side who try to downplay that. It's a fact. I'm really, really glad the Secret Service did. I think in the first instance in Pennsylvania did not do a good job. I thought they did a marvelous job in Florida, thank God. And we need to, and Democrats are uniformly supportive, more resources for the Secret Service. And if it's a question of not just resources but leadership, well, we got to get that right too.
Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, thank you so much for your time today, sir. Here at this polling place in Arlington. Diane, we'll say it back to you.
All right, Jay O'Brien in Arlington, Virginia, thank you.